Yeah, I chose the Pleyel and the Graf, both original, and I did play on them the first round. However, the pieces are very different, right? And in the first round, the longest piece was 10 minutes, but here it's 25, 30 minutes, the sonata. So it's much more large scale. So it requires much more concentration for how you want to really engineer and build up the sound on each piano. And I think I just listen a lot to mazurkas, to historical performances, and I think I just feel it in my heart. I thank you for feeling the same way. Oh, I'm so happy you Polish people think so. I think I just really try to internalize the language. I think it's obviously very special. This kind of music can only originate from the soul of Poland. I mean, first round, I guess it would depend on what people's strengths are or what they have studied in the past. So, like the first round had Bach and Mozart quite heavily. So, if you just have practiced Chopin a lot the last couple of years, maybe that could be a challenge. But for me, I did know the sonata very well already. I've performed it many, many times in the U.S. And so both on historical pianos and modern pianos. So for me, it was more just trying to focus on running the second round marathon. The first round is like 5 sprints. The second round is like medium long distance run, medium distance run, long distance run, and then a sprint because I chose to finish with the waltz. Yes, that would be a dream come true to be able to play in the most beautiful hall with a historical performance orchestra too. I have performed many times with orchestra, like over 25, 30, and I have performed the Chopin E minor concerto before. But I'm really looking forward to this because this is obviously in the birthplace of Chopin and playing with people who really understand the music of Chopin, knowing how to interact with the music because it's not easy, even though the orchestra part, is seemingly easier than other concertos. I actually think it's harder because everybody in the orchestra plays an equally important role. They all have to we all have to listen to each other and the conductor and everybody. And so I really think it's more like chamber music, but we get to play it in such a big hall with a grand orchestra. So I would be really looking forward. Yeah, so the second round idea was much more simple. There are only 3 pieces, so there are only so many choices, whereas the first round 5. So for me, I wanted to begin with the mazurkas. I thought it would be very nice to kind of put myself into that headspace and play the most quiet music first to really whisper to the audience, to show my most vulnerable side. And then I wanted to go into the sonata, 25 minutes of, again, it's like a marathon. I thought I would end with the waltz so that it sounds more like an encore. Of course, you can also end with the sonata. The end is big and grand. But I thought it would be a challenge also to go from the Pleyel to the Graf again, because the Graf is obviously the hardest instrument to play and control. So I wanted to also challenge myself to go from the presto con fuoco last movement into a really delicate waltz requiring a lot of finesse. I definitely took some time. Actually, before the first round, I already went to Old Town. I saw Chopin's Heart. I did a lot of stuff before the first round just so I could, it's my first time here, so I wanted to get a better idea of what Poland looked like so I could better channel his music. So I chose to do it before the first round, but I still have more sightseeing to go, so I'm really looking forward to doing more.